My next guest is calling for judges to be dispatched to the border to hammer out asylum cases in days, not years. Texas Republican Congressman Tony Gonzales joining me now. So thank you for being here. Happy New Year. But why do you want more judges on the border? Because President Biden is calling for more money to process migrants faster.
Thank you, Edward, for having me on. There is no amount of money that will get us out of this crisis. It's simply about enforcing the laws that are on the books. And you do that by surging immigration judges to the border. People get their cases heard in days, not years. 9 out of 10 people will not qualify for asylum because they're fleeing economic persecution. They're not fleeing political or religious persecution. And those 9 out of 10 people should immediately be deported, just like President Trump did, just like President Obama did, and other presidents as well. You do those things, and that signals to the world that our border is closed. Anything else is nothing but window dressing. I sat down with the Mexican President López Obrador several months ago. We had a 6-hour discussion followed by a 2-hour lunch. You know, the Secretary of State and DHS Secretary going down to Mexico and having a 2-hour discussion tells me it's a good start, but it's a long way before we get any real tangible results out of it.
Yeah, we also know the Mexican president is long-winded. He's known for that. I don't have to tell you this, but since President Joe Biden came into office, 7.1 million people have crossed into the U.S. illegally. That's more people than the population of 35 states. That's 70% of the states in the U.S. Why do you think that this alone has not forced President Biden to act?
Well, this is what they want. In many cases, they view this as a policy win. They absolutely want what is occurring, but the rest of America does not. And that's the part that they're at this impasse. And I worry, what does 2024 look like? But fast forward 3 years from now, we're on a pace that is unsustainable by all means. I'd also say, too, this isn't just the White House. Congress has a role to play. Next week, I will be hosting Speaker Johnson and over 60 of my Republican colleagues. We will be in Eagle Pass. We will be on the border. We will be having discussions with first-line leaders, people that are seeing it every single day. And it's important for Congress to not just talk about the things, but actually hold the administration accountable.
Yeah, and on that meeting, the House Speaker is expected to ask for executive action by the president. What do you want to see out of that news conference, the pressure that you're trying to put on?
I simply want the administration to do their job. That's it. Secretary Blinken going to Mexico City, that was him doing his job. That's the role of the Secretary of State. And, we live in a world where there are participation awards. There you go. I'm happy to give you a pat on the back. I need them to just enforce the laws that are already in the books. And they also need to understand that the power of the purse is very real. I sit on the House Appropriations Committee, and there will be no funding until some of these meaningful border solutions come together. I get it. We're not going to get everything we want. The House passed H.R. 2. That is a starting point. But I am looking for real, tangible solutions that can not only help secure our border, but keep Americans safe. There is a real threat in this country, and all Americans deserve to be safe, whether you're Democrat, Republican, or don't vote at all.
Right. Representative Tony Gonzales from Texas, I appreciate it. You know the problem firsthand. Thank you for joining us here, and Happy New Year.
Thank you, Edward.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.